Can you afford to not know what left-handed radio is? You probably answered no, right? That's where you landed?
The fireplace is lit. Eggnog in our hands. The wintry weather is on the other side of the window. We're comfortable on a couch. And we're going to talk about some laundry. I'm your host, Brett Davis, and this is the Podcast for Laundry Christmas special. And thanks so much for being here. I'm so happy to spend this holiday season with you, and I hope you're listening to this before Christmas. We released it with a few days lead time, so keep in mind this is a podcast made for Christmas. So if you do it after, that's not what it's intended for. And I'm so happy to bring my very special guest along with me for this seasonal journey. Ladies and gentlemen, this is America's sweetheart, Charlie Hankin.
Hey, Brett, thanks so much for having me. And thank you for using my preferred moniker here. Most people forget that I am not just a sweetheart, but the sweetheart.
Yeah, you're one of a kind. Charlie Hankin is, you may know him from the sketch group Good Cop, Great Cop, Comedy Central's New Timers. You may have seen his sketches and drawings in The New Yorker.
That's right.
Cartoonist. What else goes on your resume?
Oh, man. I am the proud owner of an Instagram account.
Okay.
So that's nice. We had cartoons and animations up there.
Cool. This is a very special occasion. Usually we record the Podcast for Laundry in a laundromat, but I actually got this nice wintry home. You drove out here?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Thanks so much for so this is your place?
No, this is an Airbnb.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But
really nice.
Yeah, there is in-house washer and dryer, so I'd say it's as much of a laundromat as any.
Right. Wow. You must be so proud because,
Yeah.
I'm used to apartment living. I usually have to go out for laundry, but to have it right here and on Christmas, I mean, it's phenomenal.
Did you bring some clothes to wash?
I was thinking about it, and then I sort of just decided, you know what, I maybe leave it to the experts here and deal with it on my own time.
I'm an expert.
Yes, that's right. So I feel like, oh, did I make a mistake? Should I have brought the laundry?
You could have brought laundry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I've got a load in right now.
Oh, okay. So I would have had to have waited anyway.
No, I think this podcast could be a couple hours long.
Oh, really? Okay. It's just that, we're pretty far out there in the sticks right now. I didn't know that. Yeah, so just in terms of having enough time to get home and everything. But obviously, if it goes a couple hours, then that's great. You said you had a load in right now. Were you talking whites, colors, mix?
I've got some whites in. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Sick. Mm-hmm. That's rad.
Thanks. It is rad.
Yeah.
Would you like some eggnog?
Yeah, that'd be great, if you don't mind.
There you go.
Oh, wow. This is really good.
Yeah. And I'm also going to present you with this bottle of Tide.
Okay.
Now, this Tide is not for drinking. But if at any point during this show you want to actually turn the tide of the conversation, all you need to do is just spin it so that the label's facing me, and you can control the direction of this winter special.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So if I want to turn the tide, I have to literally turn the tide.
Or else I won't know.
Right. Okay, so this is just a nice visual way for you to understand that the conversation is heading in a new direction. Mm-hmm. I'd like to point out that I am currently turning the tide, and I'm turning the tide away, and I'd like to start a new direction for the conversation right now. May I fire it up? Is that all right with you?
Okay, but this is all right. The tide has been turned.
Okay, all right, but now let me just make sure that all systems are go here. As you can clearly see, I am now returning the tide.
Can we? We're just going to put this on the floor.
Oh, okay.
And the turn the tide is done. But if you want to direct the conversation, of course. Let's what would you like to talk about?
Well, it is the holiday season right now. I thought maybe we could reflect on some of our favorite holiday memories, if that would be something that you'd be open to sharing. I know that I get a little bit sentimental at this time of year and thinking about my family and my childhood, and maybe we could take a trip down memory lane together.
Okay.
Oh, or not. Again, this is why I was interested in having the physical Tide bottle here, so that I could just really
you can only
make it.
turn the Tide once during the show.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So first, I failed to bring laundry when I figured, you probably
I
had
didn't
enough
tell you
of
to
it,
bring
and then-
laundry. I just figured that we're going to talk about laundry. I wanna
Yeah,
do some laundry.
and then I figured maybe this Tide bottle thing could just be a runner through the 2+
They
hours that
got
we're
a
going to
really
be here.
good machine. Do you do your laundry at a laundromat?
Well, yeah, I usually do, but this is not a childhood thing. You're talking about sort of currently in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, abandoning memory lane for a second and
I'm
sticking
just saying
in.
they've got a really nice Maytag here. And
Oh, wow.
You're going to get a better laundry experience than you might get at some laundromats.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that's sort of keeping in the holiday spirit. I do often go to a local laundromat that is open 365 days a year. So you feel like doing a load on Christmas or New Year's, you do have that option available to you. So
I do that every year.
Oh, well, great. Really taking advantage of the system. Now, you mentioned that this is a rental property that we're in right now. So this is not your usual setup for laundry.
No. And when I do laundry on Christmas, I go to a laundromat.
Okay.
Usual way.
Yes.
I just sit with a load and a cup of eggnog. And
What sort of people do you run into in your typical Christmas laundry outing? Who else is there?
the regulars.
The regulars. Mm-hmm. You have your own sort of community built around this way of life?
It depends. You can we usually don't talk.
Right.
But you recognize faces and stuff. And I like to do something special, obviously because a lot of the laundromats are closed
Sure.
for the holiday, but not all of them. Many of them are operated by people that don't celebrate Christmas. So,
Sure.
I'll maybe seek out a distant one. There's actually one. What is the name of it? What was the name of the Michael J. Fox show?
The sitcom.
Spin City.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Spin City. And that's an extremely clever name for a laundromat.
Exactly.
On account of the spin.
There's one in the Lower East Side that I go to, and it's got comfy couches, and it's got sort of pinball machines, and it's a real nice experience.
I've seen pinball machines in a laundromat before. There's a place in San Francisco called Brainwash.
Brainwash, yeah. I know about Brainwash.
Yeah. That's a good spot.
I'm going to San Francisco. I should go check it out.
Yeah, I haven't been there in years. They used to have an open mic also, which is obviously unusual for a laundromat, but good place to stop in. Main reason I've been there.
Hey, and then there's pinball in Greenpoint.
Yeah, just in general or at a laundromat in Greenpoint?
At the laundromat in Greenpoint, yeah.
Oh my God, I've walked past that place on Manhattan Avenue. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow, you really know the lay of the land.
I do.
I'm very, very impressed.
So yeah, that's what I like to do on Christmas.
I think, again, just returning to memory lane for a second, I have a lot of fond memories of traveling during the holidays and being with my family and family vacations. It seems like you've done your own form of sort of laundry tourism, and you like to see what's out there in the world for a laundry aficionado such as yourself.
Yes, that's what gives me pleasure, and Christmas is a time to treat yourself.
I think that's certainly one way to look at it. Nice to kind of relax and think about. That nog is so good, isn't it?
It's really good. I like a thick liquid.
You like it just in general.
Mm-hmm. I drink this stuff year round.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So they don't sell it year round.
So you store it.
Right. So okay, sure. I think that's nice. A lot of commitment. So you must have a lot of love for Christmas.
I like eggnog. I have a lot of love for eggnog, and I like Christmas, and I like laundry.
Yeah, what an amazing combination.
I love laundry. So, you wanted to talk about your experiences as a kid. So why don't you tell me about your laundry memories as a kid?
I'd be happy to. Well, obviously, you start out sort of contributing what you are able to contribute, which might not be a completely autonomous laundry experience. And I'm a younger sibling. I have an older brother. So obviously, I was second in line to really contribute anything to the laundry process. So sorting, a lot of sorting, making sure that the pile of different colors is separated out. Sheets is its own pile. And then really that's kind of your main responsibility before you can operate any sort of machine, and then you graduate to cleaning out the lint trap on the dryer, which is was my first foray into machine territory.
Wasn't that so exciting to do that for the first time?
Honestly, it's still the part of the process that I am most passionate about, and I am more passionate about cleaning the lint trap than I am about anything else.
Getting a kind of like a wad of the stuff from the lint trap, especially if you haven't cleaned it in a while, it's a lot like holding a snowball.
I never thought of that before.
Warmer, though.
Yes, it is technically warmer. I guess I'm also... Forgive me for this analogy, but I think that I get the satisfaction of cleaning out a lint trap in the same way that you feel satisfied when you tweeze an ingrown hair or pop a zit or any other. I mean, this is obviously pretty gross, but the satisfaction of taking something that was the matter with the system, with the whatever, and then rectifying that situation is extremely satisfying to me. Still.
Well, it's a gross thing, but to rid yourself of a gross thing is always very nice.
Immensely satisfying. And then after my lint trap involvement, I think was when I fully graduated to sort of working all ends of the process, and particularly shining on when it came to folding complicated things. So a fitted sheet.
Ooh, yes.
For instance, that often perplexes a lot of people, and not me. I really rose to the challenge, and that was kind of a formative moment for me, I guess.
What's your secret?
The secret is to work with the elastic and not against the elastic. I think the real problem that people have is trying to stretch the elastic out so that it starts to behave like a normal corner that you would have on an unfitted sheet. And the trick instead is to work with the elastic. Because it wants to contract, it basically creates a ready-made pouch that you can fold the rest of the sheet into, and then you just press the whole thing flat after that.
Exactly. Yeah, you want to let the sides fold naturally as they would.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not the top sheet.
No, of course. That's for sure. And then I guess, the next formative moment and probably the ultimate moment in my laundry evolution was when my older brother moved away from home, because then it was just me and my folks, and it was a completely shared laundry experience. That's the moment when you realize, okay, there is no one above me. I am the only son in the house now, and there's no one to sort of take the heat and to act as an intermediary. I am now sort of at the top of the food chain of the sibling group, because I am the only member of the sibling group. And so then I became a sort of equal partner in the...
Lucky.
Well, thank you. I mean, I try to stay grateful for that. And then, of course, my brother has that nog treating me.
Good.
Sick. And then my brother, of course, went off to create his own new laundry memories at college and beyond into adulthood.
Hey, Charlie Hankin, what's your turge?
My turge.
Hold for bumper. Oh, sorry. Hold for bumper. What's your turge?
I like a... I'm going to forget the name of it. You know what I think it actually is? Tide. I think it's a Tide liquid.
I'm a Tide guy, too.
I think it's the Tide... That's red container blue liquid, correct? Orange, okay.
You fucks with the pods?
No, I don't fucks with the pods.
You should.
Should I?
Yeah.
Do they work in just a normal laundromat machine?
See my belt? You know how this looks like a little cell phone holder?
Yeah.
Tide Pods.
Wow, that's great. So you're fully accessorized.
Yeah, I'm sort of the Batman of washing detergent.
someone's got to be, right? Dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a personal question? I mean, if I may, do you have like a partner you can share this passion with, or even close friends that you can talk shop with about this, or is it really all just Amazon and sort of mediated by the internet?
I had a partner, the comedian Joe Firestone, whoever, but she did not support my laundry passion.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I brought her on the show, and she was just so disrespectful.
Oh, jeez.
So fucking disrespectful, and we just saw things differently.
Right.
And we had to part ways.
I'm so sorry. That really hurts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've had many friends come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Lorelei Collin, Tom Sharpling. All these people that are like various degrees part of my life, and again, they really just didn't appreciate my love of laundry.
It's a paradox, isn't it? Because you're passionate about something that is so universal. It's something that everybody engages with on a very regular basis.
Yes.
And yet, it's very hard to get worked up about it. I have a hard time really understanding the passion that you bring to it. And again, all the respect in the world, but it's definitely I think you can understand my interest in whether you have someone.
Our friend
you can share.
Lena, they pointed out that like my taste in like laundry music was bad.
Ooh, that's hurtful.
Yeah, and our friend Nick pointed out that I was a bit unsanitary.
Oh, geez.
Sally and Tisher, they pointed out that my sexual predilections involving laundry were not so great.
Now, this is a whole new dimension that I haven't heard of, and really, I
try to, I'm not a weirdo.
No.
I don't bring up laundry in conversation unless we're sitting down to talk about laundry.
Right, yes, which, for you, regular occurrence.
Yeah. Tim Platt, don't talk to him anymore.
Oh, man. So you're really losing a lot of peers.
Yeah, Patty, Mary, Ike, all these people.
Going back to Nick's particular issue with you being sort of unsanitary, also rather paradoxical considering how much time you spend around soap and how clean your clothes must be.
I'm glad you understand.
Yeah, but still, you remain steadfastly unsanitary.
Everybody's clothes are dirty when they're on you because your body's dirty. You're always shitting your pants and stuff. So,
right, that as one does. So, how often do you do laundry? Does this question come up all the time?
Yeah, I do my laundry pretty frequently.
Does that mean once or twice a day?
Sometimes.
Wow.
Depends. I definitely go to the laundromat at least 3 times a week.
Sure.
I will spend upwards of 8 hours there.
Okay.
Just because, as someone that understands folding, you got to get the perfect square fold, and then sometimes I'll just be done with the load and I'll just sit there.
Yeah, right.
They call it the corridor of dreams.
That's what you call the laundromat.
Yes.
Is there like a hypnotic quality to the sound of the laundromat?
It's like a white noise, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's how I meditate. It's my zen.
Sure. That's kind of beautiful. I mean, but you've never been curious to go to the beach and the sound of the lapping waves is also sort of a white noise. I feel like you could get that from a lot of different places.
I don't like the beach.
Any particular reason?
I had a bad experience at the beach when I was a child.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. Anything that you want to talk about or
Sand gets everywhere. And when you're tasked with doing the family's laundry, it's hard to get it perfect.
You're reminding me of my own childhood laundry memories coming back from the beach, what do you have to do? You have to wash your swim trunks. Mm-hmm. And those things collect sand like nobody's business.
You get in the crevices and stuff.
Yeah, and then what do you wind up with at the bottom
of... big black eye.
Sure. Well, then, of course, the question becomes like, what is my responsibility to kind of make sure that you're okay right now? That's the real question, I think. Because what I was going to say is you wind up with a big pile of sand in the bottom of the laundry machine, and then you have to go deal with that. But if that led to...
I haven't been to the beach in 20 years.
Right. Because you're a victim of child abuse, and has all sorts of negative associations because of that.
What?
Oh, I assumed that we were sort of speaking the same language about this, but it seems like maybe this is... Do you have a therapist?
No.
No.
I think therapy is overrated.
Okay. Agree to disagree, but if you do whatever works. Sure,
that's a therapist calling.
Yeah. I get it. Right. Still, for someone who really likes to talk the way that you do, you might derive some therapeutic value from having some talk time with a therapist, with someone who is a trained counselor. But, obviously, you have to want it. That's not something that I could impel you to do. You'd have to really make the decision on your own.
Yeah. To each his own, right?
Yeah, sure. As long as you're happy and not haunted or having just nightmares or...
Who said anything about nightmares?
No one. Just making sure that you've definitely, if talking about the beach makes you uncomfortable and prone to talking about like, oh, well, the natural consequence of going to the beach is getting a black eye, that seems like maybe there's some mental health thing that you could explore in your own...
Have you ever seen the movie Stuart Little?
God, that's the one with the CG mouse?
Yeah.
It's been a while. I'm not going to go ahead and say like, oh yeah, sure, I'm right there with you, but I think at some point
There's a scene where the mouse actually falls into the wash.
Oh, your fantasy, right?
Yeah.
Or no, I don't know.
It's not a fantasy. It's you're trapped, you're being agitated, and you drowned. And I guess I do have that nightmare a lot.
Okay, right. Did you watch Stuart Little at a very formative age by any chance?
I guess so. When do you become an adult? Like 6, 7?
Yeah, around there. I just feel like correct order of magnitude. I mean, probably plus or minus 10 years of that. Obviously not minus 10, because then you wouldn't even be born yet at -4 years old. But you see Stuart Little at age 6.
Yeah.
Become an adult at age 7. Recurring nightmares of being a mouse drowning in a laundry machine. I mean, every single night? Every other night?
Yeah, every single night.
Yeah, okay. I'd say that there might be a link. Don't you think that there could be a causal connection between those things?
Yeah. I mean, of course. But I'm also in a laundromat so often.
Yeah, that's true.
Got laundry on the mind. So I'm probably just thinking about that when I see a laundry door. Immediately triggered and go right to that memory.
Hi, Forever Dog listeners. It's Meatball and Big Dipper.
That's right, I'm here too. So this year, we have seen what staying silent can do. Woof. Woof. And right now, you have an unprecedented opportunity to speak up. We all do. So make sure to cast your vote and be heard this November.
It's never too early to register to vote, but it might be too late before you know it.
Right, so we want to help make it easy for you to register and have a plan for November 3rd, or before if you're doing early voting as an option in your state.
Yes, Queen, please do.
Right, it's important to vote so that your country can finally reflect your values.
So go to foreverdogpodcast.com/vote to register. Check on your registration often and learn how to fill out your ballot.
That's right. If you haven't registered to vote yet, this is a really easy way to do it. And it feels like it's not outside your comfort zone because you love podcasts, you listen to our podcast, and you can do it very easily at foreverdogpodcast.com/vote. And remember, each state is different, so make sure you are following your local rules and regulations for where you register to vote.
Yeah, and take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And make sure to vote because there's a demon in the office.
It's Jonathan Braylock,
James III,
and Gerard Milligan from Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood.
On our podcast, we rate, review, and analyze films in the context of race.
Discussing Hollywood's diversity and representation issues.
And talk to experts in the field.
Experts like ourselves because we're working actors and writers, so we know what we're talking about.
Except James.
We vary it up between huge blockbuster hits and beloved cult classics such as Higher Learning,
Independence Day,
Loose,
Sorry to Bother You,
Blade,
Parasite,
Blind Spotting,
Hustlers,
and Cats. Yes, y'all, we reviewed Cats.
and don't forget Hancock, which may or may not be a good movie.
It's not a good movie, so please check out and subscribe to Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood.
Only on the Forever Dog Podcast Network.
And we'll all try to figure out if Hancock is a good movie or not. Together.
New episodes every Monday.
The following phrase will be stuck in your head until you listen to Left-Handed Radio. That phrase is
Left-Handed Radio.
duh.
Yeah, it could be anything, honestly. You don't want to just draw a line where...
We're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you.
Oh, look at me. I'm constantly getting off track. You know what? I wish I could turn that Tide bottle around right now, but you've put it so far out of reach that it's not really an option for me to turn the tide of the conversation back to what we want to be talking about.
Mm-hmm. How's your eggnog?
It's really, really good. And you said that is this a fresh nog, or is this one that you've been storing for 300
This is fresh.
some odd days?
Yeah.
Okay.
I keep the ones I store in my freezer.
Oh, okay. It's really good, and it tastes really fresh.
Yeah, it is fresh.
You did a great job.
Sprinkle of cinnamon on top.
Yeah. So festive. I think that's really great. And you got the roaring fire going on here, too. It's an amazing, amazing setup you have here.
So you were talking about your Christmas memories.
Oh,
as a
yeah.
kid. Do you have any that relate to laundry?
Honestly, probably yes, because I'm Jewish. So.
Oh, you're Jewish.
Yeah. So Christmas morning for me.
Oh.
Is that an issue? Is that a problem?
Well, it's just our Christmas special.
Sure, but okay. I hope this doesn't undermine anything that we've talked about thus far. I've had being conscious on the day
just
of Christmas.
Anybody that tuned in for kind of Christmas stories, just maybe next year.
Well, apologies to anyone listening at home who maybe thought they were getting one thing and turned out to get another. I will say that I am a naturally festive person. I have a lot of...
This is true, and you're so funny, and you're so talented, and very creative.
I feel like this is condescending. This seems like it's really...
No. This is absolutely from the heart. I have a true respect for you and everything you do.
But the fact that you're saying it now, on the heels of being so disappointed about the way in which I was raised...
I'm not anti-Semitic.
I didn't say that. I said before when...
I just want you... I was going to tee up, did you have any Christmas memories as a kid involving laundry?
Well, what's the matter? Is there anything I can ask you? Is this a personal question?
I have some laundry memories from Christmas. It was Christmas morning, 1995. I had been a bad kid that year. And I fully expected a stocking full of coal. But what I got instead was a stocking full of just bloody pieces of clothes. My family at This isn't a good Christmas story.
You wanted to talk about me, so I'm surprised that...
I know,
okay.
but I wanted to talk about Christmas laundry.
And clearly I am not qualified, so yeah. No, please.
What can we do? Let's play give it a spin. Hold for bumper. What do you like to listen to when you do your laundry?
Podcasts. maybe.
Podcast for laundry?
No,
It's made for your laundry.
I've never listened. Maybe put on. Yeah, it's wash cycles 25 minutes.
I specifically asked you about music.
Yeah, I guess what have I been listening to? I like the rediscovered Richard Twice album from 1970, and it's short, and that's probably about the length of a load of laundry.
Oh, you know, it's actually built for the length of a load of laundry.
The podcast is your
TPFL.
podcast. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Cool. TPF Laundry on Twitter. You can check out new episodes every week. This is not going the way I wanted to.
This is a lovely place, and I do want to thank you again for having me out here.
It's so far from everyone we know.
Yeah, it really was a hell of a trek to get out here. I mean, beautiful, and I don't make it out of the city.
Hey, you can spend the night.
Well, I think probably I should be getting home at some point.
Why? It's not Christmas yet. Not that that would matter, you know.
I just figure probably just better to...
Do you have laundry to do?
Yes, I have laundry to do. That's why I have to be going.
Well, I've got some clothes here that I could lend you.
It's extremely flattering. You know,
There's this shirt. It's nice, right?
It's a nice shirt.
A nice shirt.
You have a nice shirt.
You want to see a not so nice shirt?
I'm sure.
This shirt. It's a little too small for you. It's made for a child.
Yes.
And this shirt's not so nice because look right there. There's a little stain on it.
Yeah. Bit of a dirty shirt you got here.
Mm-hmm. It's blood.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Get out that Tide pen, right? Definitely going to be...
Tide pen's not going to help with this blood because no matter how much you wash a bloody shirt, there's still going to be just a little bit of blood.
Yeah.
You hold it up to a light. Still just a little brown.
What can you do, really?
What can you do? You could wash and wash and wash again. And sooner or later, if you don't get that bloody shirt clean, it's going to be your bloody shirt. That's got to be clean next.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a loaded kind of issue to have when you have...
Loaded.
Yes, load up the...
I love it.
So this is really the only house out here.
Yeah.
That's very scenic. I really probably...
When you think about Airbnbs, you think about, apartments.
Yeah. Not this place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Charlie, you should stay the night.
What do you like to do in an overnight, in a sleepover?
You can go out to the woods and bring an axe and there's some trees. Get to chopping.
That seems like a really good way to dirty up a shirt, and I wouldn't want to
clean it.
Yeah,
we got this Maytag here.
I'm more of an indoor person. Do you have any games here? I just definitely...
You want to play a game?
Oh, now I'm not so sure. Why? We could play cards or Battleship.
You know what? Let me put this Tide back on the table.
Okay,
I
sure.
played this game when I was a kid. We go shot for shot.
Oh, do drink the Tide.
We do drink the Tide.
Okay. I have some personal concerns about that.
Why?
Well, just when you have eggnog here, it seems like kind of a mistake to really
we'll
turn.
finish the eggnog.
And then only Tide will be left.
Only Tide.
Maybe before we fully dive into this game, you could just tell me a little bit more about like what happens.
I take a sip, and then you take a sip.
Okay.
Then I take a sip,
Okay.
and then you take a sip. And the loser, whoever can't take any more, has to run out to the back of the woods,
Wow.
behind the house, and chop down the wood so we can have more for our fire.
Yes. So your idea of a fun activity for us before
Uh-huh.
we get to run outside and do a bunch of chopping.
Well, I know you don't like going outside.
Right. So you turned it into the
cold out there.
punishment. This is
It's a
going to be
punishment.
okay. Yes.
You'll be punished.
Right. Making me wonder why I came out here. Obviously, big fan, big supporter of
the
Brett
podcast
Davis.
for lunch. I don't think you ever listened to the
No,
show.
I never checked out an episode, but I wanted definitely to be there for my friends. Shot for shot?
Shot for shot.
What is the potential like health hazard from just chugging Tide?
Hey, it's on the back of the bottle.
Okay. Well, the biggest wording on here, the largest font size just says "Do not drink."
Yes.
Right. So I'm not. I'm a fun guy, and I don't want to just shut something down out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
What if we go shot for shot with something else? I mean, it's the holiday season. People like to get a little loose. This is a nice. Do you have any booze here?
Just Tide. Sorry, I ran out of Christmas music. This is weird. Sweet dreams are made of screams. It's a cover.
Yeah, I know. I can. It's nice. I mean, not nice. Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Shoot. Shoot. Don't shoot.
We're very far away from civilization.
Mm-hmm.
I've never listened to the podcast. You like me.
Yes.
You've said nice things about my comedy and my cartoons.
That's why I brought you here.
I was going to ask, why did you bring me here? Because now I'm very, very scared. And I was wondering if maybe...
Scared?
Yeah, well...
Why?
I just figured that we sort of took a sudden turn into chopping or not chopping or drinking poison or not drinking
wood for the
poison.
fire.
Okay, so...
I did have a little bit of eggnog before you came.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's why we don't have any more booze.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is all... We're all just having a good time.
Yeah.
If I
I was hoping I could convince you to stay home. Here.
Yeah.
Home.
Yes.
Here.
Well, I definitely love the invitation.
Uh-huh.
Feel a little spooked. Wrong holiday to get spooky. But
I didn't mean for you to get spooked.
Right.
I just wanted you to stay because I get so lonely.
You know what, Brett? If you get lonely, you should just tell me. You should say, Charlie, I'm lonely. It's good to see my friend. Would you like to crash here for a night? The stuff about axes and like drinking something that literally says "do not drink" on it. That's like, I feel like that's burdening our friendship. If anything, that makes me want to not hang out.
I thought you liked to party.
Okay.
If you drink this stuff, it will make you weird.
It'll make me weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a fun way.
Yeah.
And you got like longish hair and stuff, and you're
Like I look like I would want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Maybe want to get weird.
uh-huh.
Okay.
So how about it?
Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
I'm down.
All right, get ready. To Christmas.
To Christmas.
To Hanukkah too.
Thanks, Brett. To Hanukkah too.
And to laundry.
To laundry.
A little too much for you, huh? It goes down nice, huh? You could spit up if you need to. Just don't do it on the couch because this is not my home.
That's one.
You got it down though. If you want to sit with it for a little while.
Yeah, that would be great if you don't mind. That would be. To be fair, I will credit where it's due. This is making me weird.
Yeah, right? It's. How do you feel right now?
I feel
What's
weird.
going on in your mind? Is it expanding?
I feel like a passenger in a vessel. I am aware that my consciousness is software being run on hardware.
Mm-hmm.
And the vessel is not my identity. It is merely a carriage for the continuum of my thoughts. And that's fucking dope.
Yeah. That's what I just feel like life's a little easier.
Amen.
Amen. You know what Christmas is?
Go on.
The birth of Jesus Christ, the laundry monster.
The laundry monster?
Mm-hmm. Different Jesus.
Oh, this is but born on the same day.
Yeah. I like this. You're having fun, right?
Yeah, I'm having a great time. Thanks again for having me over.
Thanks for driving all the way out here.
It was a schlep.
Yeah. But it's nice.
Oh, someone's at the door.
Oh, probably the owners.
Don't? Okay. Are you expecting them to come through?
This is not an Airbnb. We should scoop out the back.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Hello? Who's in there?
Okay, I guess I'm out of here.
Yeah, you should go. I gotta pack up the mic and stuff.
Okay.
I'm opening up the door. Just get out.
All right. Thanks, Brett. This is a lot of fun and was scary, but also turned out to be kind of nice.
Merry laundry.
Leave my house.
Merry laundry, Brett.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram @ForeverDogTeam and liking our page on Facebook.
Your podcasting feed was just hacked by Left-Handed Radio. Left-Handed Radio.
Left-Handed Radio.